Welcome back! Just returned from the Great Shaft, or actually it's called Descent for some reason in this game. If you look at your key, um, you can see that it's in the age list as Descent, and if you're there you can also see it listed as Descent in the top right corner. Just in case you're wondering why the Great Shaft doesn't show up there, it does, but it's called Descent. Though technically I suppose it's the same age as Agura, because it's all supposed to be on Earth, but anyway. And we have a music player now. And this music, if I turn this on, this music, I believe, is Gent's theme from Riven. Something which I initially did not realize, but Nora managed to convince me that it was actually that piece of music.
And you can imagine how easy it was convincing the Riven expert.
Yeah. I think it's just because of the low quality. I didn't realize. Well, as we said earlier, you can go to Cater Gallery, and now if you touch the music player there, you will add that music to your music player, after which you can cycle between no music, the Gens theme music, or the Cater's Gallery music. However, we're not going to do that right now. We are going back to the neighborhood instance of Agura, however, for a small detour. Because there is another Bahro stone that is limited to the neighborhood instance, and we should have a page for the start now. Yes, we do. We also have a page for the Great Shaft, which strangely enough shows a book on the Relto, on the Nexus pedestal, even though there wasn't any. Okay. Maybe that shows that at some time the game designers did plan to have a Nexus book in the Great Shaft, but apparently not.
Sven, what did you just say? Not just, but what in the previous video? What did you say about the Great Zero not working in the neighborhood? Did you say something about the Great Zero?
I said that Zandy's portal,
Sandy's
portal at
portal.
Zandy's coordinates doesn't show up due to
Right.
the Great Zero. And you can see my key light is already turned off, but Nora still has hers.
Really?
At least she does on my view. This is another thing that's glitchy. Sometimes people will show the key light even though they can't see it anymore. And sometimes people get stuck with the key light and never disappears. But even then, you still cannot use it to solve the Eater Gira puzzle.
And an even more interesting glitch we'll tell you about, which happened to me in a different incarnation, but we'll wait until the appropriate point to tell you. Okay.
You definitely still have the light from my point of view.
That's not interesting, because I don't have it for mine.
Okay, well, this Bahro stone, I actually already mentioned it earlier, goes to Teledahn. It's here, and it's only present in the neighborhood instance. You just went through without touching it.
Yeah, see, that happens when I look at you going through as well. But I was touching it when I went through.
And the light disappeared later than you did.
See who gets there first.
Just
Oops, I beat you.
Nitpicking the game.
Yeah.
Oh, and we didn't share this, so we're not actually going to the same place.
Oh.
Because this is an age. Doesn't matter though, because all we're going to do here is pick up this Relto page. Doesn't matter if we're in whose Teledahn you do that. At least now we're certain that Nora won't steal it like she did with the boots.
I'm never going to be allowed to forget that.
No. Alright.
We're in a dead end.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do here besides this. You can of course see the back entrance to the slave cages from here, so if somebody else is standing there, you can see them. Just barely because of the distance, but you can. Alright, let's meet up in Bevin.
Okie doke.
Would actually have saved some time if we had remembered to share this Bahro stone, but I didn't, because we have to take you to my Relto. Now here we're going to deviate a little bit from established procedure, because I said we were going to go through the main ages in the same order as I did in the Completed Chronicles, but actually we're not going to do that. We are going to either Gira and either Chemo before heading to Teledahn. Reason for that is that we want to do all of Kadish's ages, which is Teledahn, Anone and Arcana, right after each other, without splitting it up. And we want to finish the journey before heading to Anone and Arcana, also for reasons you'll see later.
And it's
So
just,
that's why we
Kadish
wanna-
is such an interesting person, and we wanted to be able to talk about him. Can you do that again? I missed it.
So we're putting the Eater Gira first, so we can finish the journey after finishing Teledahn, but then still head straight into Arcana and Anone. Because yes, Arcana is one of his ages too, although he didn't have that much influence over it. It's not like Anone, which he built for a specific purpose. With Arcana, he just happened to be the person who owned it.
Are you coming out so you can show them the dock?
Yes. And here we have the dock. I always like having this Relto page because it makes Relto feel more like Mist, which it is supposed to look like.
And if you remember when we went to Phil's Relto, he had the dock, and it was on Phil's Relto's dock that we got the sparkly.
And you still have that damn light. I think you're gonna walk around with that light for the rest of this recording session. And now we have 5 sparklies. That means there are 7 left, of which we can get only 6, unfortunately.
I'm just going to stand
And
here
the one we
because if I
got now is
fall
actually
off-
sparkly number 1, I think. I think this is the new one, and it has a number 1 on it. So if you
Do
want to
they is there a number on the place where you actually pick them up? We must check that out.
No, I don't think so. Righto. Let's head over to either Gira, represented by this fish on the pedestal, which I guess means that people in either Gira are Christians. All right. And let's see what the state of either Gira is. It appears to be day.
Yeah.
Because in this particular version of the age, unlike the Complete Chronicles version, it actually cycles between day and night. It's sort of a shame that it's day, because it's the same as in
Pretty
Complete
pretty
Chronicles.
at night.
And it's also pretty
Yes.
at night, yeah.
I think when you and I played it the first time, it was night. When
Yeah.
we played it together.
Well, maybe we'll have a chance to visit it at night later. Another thing that's here that's not there in Complete Chronicles is this Nexus pedestal. like many of the other ages, it has one. I think Teledahn doesn't, but Greason has one, and so does Kadish Lisa.
And is there any point? I think you should probably send me a link before I fall in the lava pit, which is quite likely.
I'll do that if you fall in or when you
Okay.
fall in a lava pit. You still have the key light casting an extra shadow. All right,
Well,
and we'll get started on this age in the next video.